Hey guys, this is Spark Plus Ultra here, and this is my new what if that you guys voted for. What if Deku had Skrill abilities? Suki Midoriya was born into a orphanage where he was being bullied and getting a bit of a hindrance. Most of the people in the orphanage were frightened or did not like Zuku's quirk. Zuku's quirk is called Storm Dragon, or Zuku's quirk allows him to absorb lightning from thunderstorms and could allow him to shoot it out of his mouth or transfer it around his body in his scales. He has resistance to it and somewhat control over it, making him have an easy time with it. But the orphanage kids were not happy with him because his electricity from lightning storms are always like a magnet lightning rod. Wherever it strikes, the lightning will always find it. Basically, think of Manhattan's lightning rod of the Sky Towers. It'll hit the tallest place. In layman's terms, it will always hit Zuko, sort of like a tracking beacon. Then, when Zuko was trying to relax and try to have some downtime and fun, one of the children picks on him and tells him that your quirk can't even be useful as a hero. You can't even be one. You're too reckless on everything. And Zuko says, I didn't mean to. It's only when storms, but no. Your habits haven't been annoying. It's not even fun anymore. I want you, and everybody wants you to leave. And Zuko looks sad, a little disappointed. And the orphanage kids were not in a good mood with him and were almost having enough his habit on getting electricity from storms. And Zuko says, I need to control it more. And the orphanage kids were downright impatient at this point, and were going to mostly force him to get out, and basically putting his clothes in the toilet, making them drench, and putting some Hershey's chocolate in his underwear to make him shit his pants. Classic. But then in one certain day, when they let him sleep on a one particular night, the students say, he's not leaving. What a stubborn person he is. All are getting tired of him not leaving. And then one kid tries something. Maybe this would work. A taser. And the orphanage say, huh? Are you sure that's really a good idea? I know we mess with him. This is just mean on a brutal. And the orphanage kid says, well, it's the only way to get him out. He won't like it, but I don't care if he does. And all the orphanage kids who were on a disagreement telling him no. And the one orphan kid who has the taser says, you're all cowards, and then turns on the taser, and all the orphanage says, no, and then he touches Zuko with the taser, and then a bolt of flash comes forth and wakes up Zuko and hits back the taser, destroying it in the process, exploding it out of the orphan's hand. And the orphan says, what the heck? And orphan kids were surprised as well. Then Suku's electricity goes wild and shocks the students, making them near pulsing, like twitching and stunning them. And then in the next morning, they see the orphanage kids were stunned by Suku's lightning. And the orphanage were about to get rid of him because they don't want the kid that electrocuted the other students, an orphan, and they were going to decide that he was going to be out. But a certain person came and says, "Hi, my name is Ryoko. I heard that there was a kid that had problem controlling his quirk." And the orphanage caregivers said, yes, we were discussing about him, and name's Ryoko." And the orphanage caregivers say, the number 9 hero? And Ryoko says, "Yeah, I'd rather not have that blurred out." And the orphanage caregiver says, "Oh, sorry, why are you here? Shouldn't you save somebody?" And Ryoko says, "Oh, that's kind of point on this one. I'm here to help out with a little kid that doesn't know how to control his electricity and dragon features." And the orphanage caregivers look at her. Are you sure? His quirk is very dangerous. It might even be too much." And Ryoko says, "Nothing's too much for me. I'll be patient with him. Well, we were going to kick him out for what he did. We couldn't keep him any longer for this. Once it was the electricity from lightning, and the other was being electrocuted with the kids." And Ryoko says, maybe I can have him at my place. I can help him out teaching him." And the orphanage caregivers says, "Yes, I think that's better. He goes to yours." And Ryoko says, "Wow, you seem excited." And the caregivers say, "But be careful. He's not an ordinary electricity absorber. His electricity is powerful enough to absorb lightning of any type of variant to the clouds." And Ryoko smiles and says, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Give him some proper training." And when Ryoko was going to open the door, Suku was behind the door, listening on them. It's very nice to meet you, Ryoko." And Ryoko says, "So you're the electricity Zuko?" And Zuko says, yeah. What are you going to do to me?" And Zuko was trembling on his legs, shaking. And Ryoko says, "Don't worry, I'll help you out with your quirk. You're coming to my place." And Zuko says, thank you?" And confused, but in a certain way, he was also thankful that she can help him out, but also confused on why she wants him to go to her house. And Zuko and Ryoko trained on his quirk, making him less out of control his absorption, like a lightning rod. Zuko can absorb any electricity to the wires from the electric cables, other things. Zuko can also create a electric barrier from his body to create his defense and making him fly as fast as Ryoko. But the difference between Ryoko's dragon form and Zuko's is she can be turned into a giant one, while he can transform into a nimble but fast lightning shooter, but without much stealth attacks. When it's ever stormy day or night, that'll make Zuku a formidable foe. Basically a glass cannon, but he's no easy target to take down. And a couple of years have passed. Zuku has turned 14 and was training and studying over under Ryoko's guidance, thanking her every day that she helped him. And Zuku was about to go to school after hearing something from Ryoko. Ryoko says, "Zuku!" And Zuku says, yes, what's up, Mom?" And Zuku was confused and interested on what his mom has up to. And Ryoko was happy with a smile and says, "Looks like you made it to UA." And Zuku says, "Huh? Really?" With genuine excitement. And Ryoko says, "Yes, I mean, you trained hard and made the effort to control your quirk better." And Zuki says, "Well, it's thanks to the best teacher there is, you." And Ryoko says, "It's good that I trained you." And Zuku goes to the preliminary exam, where UA goes into trials with other students. And Zuku was getting ready for the running, which he is confident he's probably the fastest one there. And when he stretches his body, his limbs and his neck, cracking it, he hears a very, very enthused person hearing this. "Alright! It's time to have a good work!" And Zuku was surprised on how loud the person is. And the boy was very excited to meet a new people and says, "Hi, my name is Inasa Orochi. It is very nice to meet you!" And slamming his head to the ground at a heavy thud, making his head bleed. And Zuku says, "It's nice to meet you too, but are you okay?" And Zuku was worried, and reasonably so. And Orochi says, "Don't worry, I'm fine. It's nothing." And Zuki says, "Nothing? Your whole head is bleeding." And Orochi says, "Just a mere mark." And Zuki says, "Mere mark? Or like a huge cluster." And Orochi says, "It is great to meet you." And Orochi then says, "Oh, I haven't gotten your name." And Zuki says, "Yeah, my name is Zuku Tatsuma." And Orochi then thinks, "Tatsuma? Oh, the number 9 hero!" And Zuku says, "You know about her?" And Tatsuma says, "Of course! She's like my favorite heroes!" And Zuku says, "Oh, well, this is awkward for me. It is very nice to meet you." And Orochi says, "Seems like you take your mother's traits." Well, about that." And Orochi says, "I'll be doing the running race soon. See you next time. Hope you get into UA." And Zuku says, "Wait, I'm gonna race too." And Hiroshima says, "Oh, then let's have a good race." And Zuku says, "Yeah." And Zuku sighs, says, "Jeez, now I feel like a total ass now." And muttering to himself, but ready to get his racing starting line. Other students get ready to race, and Zuku sees Hiroshima and an other kid with white and red hair. And Deku says, why does his hair remind me of somebody? And then President Mike says, alright, you guys, it's time to get your engine started. On your mark, get set, go! And Deku and all of the students go. And Deku transforms his arms into wings. And Deku flies with great momentum, getting into the first start ahead. And all the students in the race course were amazed on how steady-paced Suki's speed was. And then another student comes, and Suki sees a white-haired and red kid. And Suki says, jeez, is he catching up to me? Eesh, not even my mom, Ryoko, could catch up. And I'm usually used to lightning bolts. And Suki keeps a steady pace, and the red and white-haired boy is catching up to him. And then a certain person comes and says, alright, I'll do my best and go all out. And Hiroshima goes all out and flies and goes first, getting to first. And Tsuku gets surprised. Huh? And red and white-haired boy was even surprised, but disappointed. And Tsuku then says, jeez, talk about going all in that one. That surprised me. And Hiroshima takes first place, and Tsuku taking second, and white and red-haired boy taking second place, which both Tsuku and him were evenly fast. It was mostly because of momentum. Tsuku was flying at a burst, and the kid was keeping his momentum steady and paced. And Hiroshima says, it's great to have a first time win on ya. And Suki says, hell, it was surprising for me. You came out of nowhere. I was trying to outpace that kid. And Hiroshima says, oh, seems like one of the Endeavor's kids is here. Endeavor? Oh, didn't your mom tell you about him? And Suki thinks, oh yeah, now I remember. He's one of those fire users. Think in trying to take number 1? And Teriyoshi says, yeah, in disappointment. Suki says, huh? What's the matter? You sound enthused. And Teriyoshi says, nothing. And goes and tries to make friends with the white-haired and red kid, but was very shut down for immediate. And Suki says, hey, what's the matter with you, kid? Thought you were more properly trained, or something. And the white and red-haired boy says, doesn't matter. Don't get in my way. And Suki says, whoa, what the heck? Are you trying to make me pissed off? Because it feels like it. Working really well. And electricity comes around his body. And the boy says, whatever, and walks off. And Suki says, hey, don't walk away from me, you frickin' white-haired balloon! And Teriyoshi says, I'm not going to the school. And Suki says, huh? What? You're back? And Teriyoshi says, not true, just a little momentum, but you would have won. And Zuku says, damn that white-haired kid. I'll give him a taste of my mind when I get my hands on him. And Zuku has made it to Class 1A, and that's where I'm ending this video. I hope you liked this video and hope you subscribe.